So be positive. Don't depress everybody.
Services to help answer these questions and more. Whether you're starting a new business or hoping to grow an existing one, WorkBC has the tools and resources to help you take the next step. Learn more at workbc.ca/finances. A message from the government of British Columbia.
Like what?
Oh, family stuff. Just daughter got her teeth pulled out and made her some promises. She wanted to go to the park and stuff, and so I burned it off today to go get the thing in Clearwater. And told her, well, once it's nice, I'll come home and take you out for a little daddy-daughter date and making dinner. Check.
Hey, you guys want more truthers out there?
Yeah, right.
We got to get together, gather up things for get Truder out of there. He's carbon tax kicks in on the 1st, and things are going up, right?
Easter is
Yeah,
celebrated
gotcha.
this year from March 29th to Monday, April 1st. And the spirit of Easter is all about hope, love,
Figuring it out,
joy,
man.
and
I was just hoping the volume's good.
Be nice if everyone got together and strike for one day. Don't work.
Yeah,
in the,
that's
in
exactly
the world.
what I was trying to say
don't-
back in the 2022 one.
Don't work for one day, and the government will be screwed, right?
Yeah,
Everyone,
they
right?
literally would.
You know, what
And
I
you
mean?
see how fast they got things going when all the borders got blocked, eh?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden everybody's going to jail and things are happening and freezing money.
And the truckers, I think they're starting back up, firing up, and even Alberta, they even got the haul trucks
and the
rock
Quebec
trucks.
farmers are up. So
Yeah.
quick
So-
thing.
So hopefully we can get
What
that.
are we doing with this guy?
Just put a shout out to him
'Kay.
about his journey and all that stuff, right?
Excellent.
I met him outside of CBC in Kelowna, in Kamloops.
Happy day, everyone out there in Radio Land. It is 93.1 CHLW, The Bear, presenting to you the Bobby V Show with your host with the most truth. Coming at you, playing everything from A to Z, effectively on the 93 for the... how's everyone doing out there enjoying that weather? It is fantastic. I didn't want to come inside. It was so great outside. Went down the Clearwater, got that thing, and just gorgeous out there.
What thing?
Yeah, exactly right. So hopefully you're all doing whatever you want on your Saturday day off. If not, and you're at work, well, the day's almost over. Got a good lineup of tunes for us all today. Hopefully you like it. You can always generate a request in if you want online at our Facebook page, 931 The Bear. And you can listen to us online at thebear931.com. And we just posted our first YouTube thing there yesterday, I believe, right? That got...
You got to ask Jose about that.
Yeah.
That guy there. I tried logging in. Did you get my phone up there on there? And did you see it there, Jose? You get
That was a nod.
too, Jose.
Yeah. He's...
Okay.
Well, we'll get it figured out because we've got this far. So,
and we got to not forget about the thing happening at the Freedom Conservative coming up on the 30th.
Is it the 30th, eh?
Yeah.
Same thing, 4 to 7 at Jeff's,
yeah.
5249 North Road.
Yep.
Absolutely.
4 to 7 or 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Because a couple
time.
of my friends have been expressing to want to go to that. So,
yeah, it should be good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when she found out what was going on, like just teaching people basic things, like canning and preservation and, building this and taking care of that.
And it's mostly stuff that live off the land, right?
Yeah.
They got gardens, they got chickens, they have meat, not the meat that you get in the stores that are pumped with a whole bunch of chemicals and everything else you don't know, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, and I mean, if we had that kind of system set up in the neighborhood where it'd be like, hey, this guy's the corn grower and this guy's the whatever grower, like we could all interchange,
Yeah, like Mennonites, right?
Right, like live off
our Amish, right?
our community, right? Exactly. I mean, there's strength in numbers, and that's kind of, I like that, keeping yourself survivable,
Yes. And this is the same thing as when there's if there's a fire on the road, I'm not going to drive by and call someone to get it out, and then they take 2-3 days before they want to monitor it.
Yeah.
Why monitor when you can put it out now, right?
Yeah. Well, they
Before
got
it
that
gets any
system
bigger,
too,
right?
where it's. I wonder if it's AI generated because they'll know if there's any structures within the fire, right? And then they delegated a priority based on that. So if it's somewhere where there's no structures to burn, then they're like, well, we'll get to it when we get to it. There's other fires that are priority. But you're right. I mean, I don't know why we all have the knowledge of how to put out a fire, especially if it's small.
Yeah.
Like, get out there and get it, right? Like, before it turns into the
Job
monsters.
creation,
right? Yeah, well, that too, right? It is good. I know. Hats off to the firefighters. It is a crazy season when it gets going. That's for sure. I mean, 2021 and 2003, 2017, those were all bad.
Yeah.
Fire. I mean, on record, wasn't last year the worst? 2023, right?
Yeah.
And then they're already starting to talk about 2024 starting up already, right? With those underground fires out in Adams Lake. They're like, we hadn't even got rid of winter, and here we got the fires already, right? So, I mean, yeah, let's hats off to those who fight them. And if you're thinking of doing it, just be safe out there because it is dangerous.
You know one thing? You are not playing music.
We're not at the moment. I was thinking we're going to soon, right?
Oh,
We're going to test it out here because just to make sure y'all can hear it, because I think Jose's right. I can hear it.
There we go.
Okay, excellent.
You can hear it?
Yeah, in the headphones, so I think we're good.
I'm just on Facebook with you right now, or was I with you?
No, like we're live there for sure, and on the radio. Just when I played, like that's what. If I can hear it through here, then we're good, right?
Okay.
So I don't know why I never started with these guys before, but they are a great Canadian band. Everybody knows them. Everybody loves them. We're not going to play the song that y'all hear every time on the other radios, but this is Boots or Hearts by the Tragically Hip on 93.1.
Well, how do you like your new? Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Does it make it look professional or what?
Yeah.
Well, it's rush hour in Barriere. You got
All right.
a couple
Excellent.
walkers.
Okay, so that bill that I was going to talk about today, Bill C-63, what do you know about that?
Sounds familiar.
It's a new one coming, and apparently
I know there's a 143 that is coming
will
out.
restrict the expression through words, an illegal crime. Some penalties may be life.
Oh,
imprisonment.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
before it ever happens.
Yeah.
It's a crime that they
thought
think.
crime now?
A thought crime, yeah.
Because I haven't done the search yet, but I'm going to start doing it. I was just going to put
That's
on
the same as that movie that they had out too.
And is
remember with what's his name there from the what's the name of that guy, that small little actor down in
Yes, Rob Schneider.
Rob. His name is he's a film director now. He does his Mission Impossible.
Oh. Well, here, let's do a little.
Anyways, he had a movie where he goes in, he gets his little balls that go down this thing there, and he gets the name of the person he has to do before he does the crime.
Oh, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the same thing as that, right? So someone had the thought of killing his wife. So,
yeah.
Right?
The Minority Report.
The
Yeah,
Minority
that
Report.
movie. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then he had to go and get him before that happened.
Yeah, because
he was just
he was the suspect or whatever.
He was in the process of doing that day. He caught him before the process started, right?
Yeah.
So,
All right, we got the whole thing right here. Good call.
Like when we talked about the body of water, it's the laws of the body of the water, right? It's called the Mariner's Law.
Okay. Elaborate more. Like, what is the?
We're talking about, the graduation wearing black robes and the judges in black robes,
Right.
and then you got the Freemasons in black robe.
Yeah.
Everything has to be in black robe. It's called the Mariner's Law.
Is that it? Okay.
So the water means money, the flow of money.
Oh, it's like a metaphor.
Yeah. So everything has to go into the body of water, which is the law, Mariner's law. That's why the lawyers have to wear black robes and all this other stuff, right? The judges, I mean, and you can't. The only way that you could get connected to them is if you go cross that line into the body of their waters, right? Because you're going into their territory in the law. And the same thing as the laws that we do. We don't really have to pay our taxes. It's voluntarily. You know what I mean? We're corporations and stuff like this, right?
That's why you get your SIN number.
Yeah.
Because you're
Everything's
saying I'm
corporate,
a
but
cog in the wheel, if you
So
will.
what we have to do is go back to the where birth certificates really originated at, and once we get that, we say, hey, I want to withdraw my.
Yes. I was looking in this allodial title thing for property.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Same thing. Everything else has to do anything in caps. And say if you had a.
That's why they sign these contracts, because I mean,
like the bank, right?
Yeah.
The bank gave you the money because your birth certificate has got about $100 million.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Tragically Hip. Yeah, right. I like that. Up next is Time by Hootie and the Blowfish.
So, an our birth certificate, right?
Yeah.
It's about $100 million bonds on the market to the black elites, right? So, that's why we get our houses, cars, blah, 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 right? But when you die, you only lose up maybe $5 million of it. So the rest of it goes back to the corporation.
Man, tell me about it, because
right?
my wife just saved a bullet going to the corporation because her father died, and then she had to deal with all the estate stuff, right?
Yeah,
and if none of that got dealt with, it would have just went happily to the government for whatever. But it's like, why do we pay all these taxes if we're not going to get it when we die or to our next of kin, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then now it's being split 4 ways because of the 4 children that are involved with it, right? And so, but if she hadn't done any of the work, all of that would have went free of fees and everything like that to the government. But yet, when we do this stuff, we got to pay this, that, and the next thing, and then we got to split it all up between the people.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy, what? There's a major disconnect here, because I thought people, when they earn the right to go through all those years of work to keep their money that they worked for.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, you're seeing a lot of veterans, you're seeing a lot of pensioners not acquiring their finances that they need, and it's like.
So the next we'll call the Great Reset. The reset is just to reset the money
system. That's where
system.
we will own nothing and be happy about it.
No, that's what the cabal says, but the good guys, the black hats.
That's what the reset is.
The reset is to get to the quantum financial system.
That's what's coming.
You're going to be your own banks and that. So what the Great Reset, people don't really know that, is that everyone's going to be getting rich because of our birth certificates and all that stuff. You're going to get partial of it back, but you're not going to get all of it back because they have to get up the program.
Is that also under a certain title thing, like the allodial title, like to get your sovereignty of yourself back?
Nisar is your sovereignty back. You're free. It's like the BRICS, right? Like I mentioned the other day there. BRICS is like 209 countries on board of it. And not people only think there's only like so many of them.
Yeah.
But there's more than what the news
are
like
you were saying
yesterday,
right?
right?
Like 209 or
so
something.
what that is you got your gold, silver, any commodities. Like Africa's got gold. Russia's got gold and oil.
Everything.
And all that
I would imagine
stuff.
they got everything.
Canada's got gold.
Same thing. We should have everything
gold,
too. Diamonds, gold, oil, potash.
So what that's doing is giving your
water.
Everything's supposed to be free. It's going to be free energy too.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you're going to be your own banker. You're going to get rid of the banks because the banks are all corrupt anyways.
They're already dropping one by one.
What happens
it looks
when you
like.
put $1,000 in the bank and it sits there? Bank's not going to sit there and let that $1,000 sit in there because it's liable for it, right? So what it'll do is it'll lend it out to someone for 15, 20%.
Make money off it.
Make money off it, right? But meanwhile, you still got things in there. Out of that $10,000 you put in there, they're probably making $100 million off it, right? That's how fast they could make it, right? But they don't. When you put it in there, your interest is only like you only get maybe $40 interest on that $10,000 a month. Yeah. Meanwhile, they're making millions.
Yes,
off it, right?
absolutely.
So what's happening is
and you have to look at the financial statements. That's how you check this stuff out, eh? Because I was looking at a economical teaching thing last night, and. Absolutely, it's all out there. You just have to dig for the information, and then you can see that stuff you're talking about.
Yeah, the quantum system, the new quantum thing. It's a fingerprint of everything transaction that's happening in the world.
Like what's the thing Bitcoin does
since 2020? I think it's not 2020, 2010.
Yeah,
it's being
cloud or something. What is that thing with Bitcoin that tracks everything? The worm? Or
yeah,
I can't remember
it's Ledger.
Yeah, but it's also they got a word for it.
XRP and XLM, but it's a thing where it keeps track of every transaction.
Yeah.
And where it is, so that way no bad guys can make wherever they do it. And so what happened was there's some bankers in India. They tried hacking it.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of them trying to get into the XRP and XLM.
Yeah.
By the way, that's a good thing to get into. No Bitcoin, but XRP and XLM. Do your research on it. I'm not working for them or nothing, but I got some XLM and XRP. I only bought like.
Is it a crypto?
It's a crypto coin, but it's
upcoming one. Actually, I think I heard about it.
I bought about $50 worth of XLM and XLP.
I heard it kickstarting up pretty good. Actually, it's one of the other currencies.
Yeah.
For crypto. And you're right. I was looking into a lot of that too. I could have got in on Bitcoin and I didn't when it was low. It's 70K right now. Hold on. Hello, everyone out there in Radio Land. This is the Bear 93.1 CHLW with your host with the most, Bobby V. Talking with the boss, and we're just lighting up the online chat there. Check us out if you want on the Facebook. And we got every tune under the sun here. Hit us up with the... Yeah. Absolutely. So give me this card. We're going to shout out to Luke. It's thisisluke.ca. Follow Luke's journey at thisisluke.ca. He's a young lad here, and he is a non-speaker. Do you know what that means? No. We're going to find out. But who spent 19 years trapped in his own mind with no way out until he was introduced to the letterboard. You must be mute, eh? The spelling as communication method, and after years of practice, he could finally spell his thoughts one letter at a time. Man, that sounds like a pretty heartwarming story, actually. I think I'll check that out during the day, and we'll let you know more about Luke's story as we go through the day. And, we got another mystery question, Rob Beach's mystery question of the day. Bill C-63. What does anybody know about that, Canadians? That's particularly for Canadians. What do you know about it? When is it coming in? I'll let you know about that through the show, too. And other than that, enough of me. I Got You Where I Want You by The Flies on the Bear.
Yeah, so that new Pi phone is going to get rid of all the bankings, right?
Yeah.
You're going to be your own bank.
Yeah.
It's called Starlink Pi phone. You could Google Pi phone and that there. And
I'm Googling it.
in order for you to get that Pi phone, you got to meet the criteria of you can't be a pedophilia, child trafficking, sex trafficking,
This thing?
adrenochrome. It's called the Pi phone, yeah. It's at Telsa, yeah. And so in order to get you there, those phones are going to be your own banks. You're going to have your own personal identification
This
banks.
is the mark or start of?
No. No, this is just it's quantum phone. Quantum is the new era where you can't be hacked. Like everyone.
Yeah, this is what I was. Yeah, I'm right with you on this, because apparently if you don't get on the quantum train and have a quantum device yourself, it makes it easier for any other quantum device to hack yours, because it's so much more computing power.
Like these phones, like the phones we have now, you say a lot of people have their banking information on their phones. They can just go by. Remember, it says you can just put your two phones together. It could see what all that stuff.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
These phones, you can't do that, right?
Yes, that's 100%.
No one can't steal your information and all that stuff,
that's
because
the big
your quantum phone is your DNA.
Online, my digital DNA.
No, not that, but it's
you know what I mean? Though? It's a footprint.
It's a footprint of your...
Because your online presence is unique from everybody else's online print, just like a fingerprint, right?
Yeah.
And so the quantum computing power knows this, especially your spending habits, your viewing habits, your purchasing gas, like everything, man.
But it's supposed to be the new best thing, because no one can hack you, no one can trick you, whatever, all that stuff, right? Yeah. People think it's not going to be good. Right now, a lot of people are thinking like the Bitcoin is 73,000 per coin. Right. But that's what everything is, even to that's called a SHI coin too. That's the next thing. And lithium. Those coins you don't want to be getting on any one of those gravy train things. What they're trying to do is legally in for the great big thing and that there. Then eventually when everything starts crashing for the economy, like eventually that bubble of the housing and the financial system's going to crash too. And when it all crashes, Bitcoin and all this other, because it's digital by CBDC. It's not by quantum. It's not done.
Okay, this is new.
Coin.
I didn't know this. It is by CBDC then.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to get into the quantum phone.
Isn't that the others? That's the cabal side.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's two sides. People got a difference between one side and good side, which is the quantum system. There is Ledger.
Because
XRP, XLM, and XRP. Those are the ones you want to get on. The other ones you don't want to get on, because
like the Bitcoin.
The reason why they're trying to shoot the product to get people more onto it, because they're going broke.
They're influencing the market.
Remember, they're going broke, right?
Yes.
They got to figure out how to canvas things and all that stuff, right? So that's what they're trying to do. Is
all their assets.
I got to get on this, and they go even go higher. People are saying it's going to go over 100,000. You still make 25,000 if we put it in there. So
I
wouldn't get on that great train. What I would do is get on to the XLM and XRP. Make sure you do your research before which site you go on. There's a lot of the bad guys.
Well, there's scammers galore. As soon as you get in there at all, they are coming after you. They all want you to join me on WhatsApp, and as soon as they get you there, then they just spam you with everything, and it's like...
What I would do if you guys could get into on Facebook, go to Rumble, go to Charlie Ward, or any site on there that has to do it. They gotta watch out, make sure there's not a fake accounts out there as well too. So just do a lot of research.
Yeah. What a great day out there. Lovely to see everyone walking around. Lots of activity out there down Barriere Town Road. Makes me want to get out. Yeah, rush hour downtown. Absolutely. Perfect. Next up is Run Around by Blues Traveler.
Yeah, so like I said, I only dabbled in a bit of XLM and XRP. I bought like $50, and right now it's up to $1,700 XLM.
Hold on. They say they can't hear you. You know, because sometimes when you move the mic, hold on.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
There it is.
There it is. What the heck's going on?
It's the connection. Somehow you gotta.
Hello. Jose, you gotta hold it here for a while here.
There it is.
There
So
it
once
is.
you light up, I don't know if you can see it there, but
What the heck is going on here, man? You're making me look bad here, Jose. Okay, that's good now. It's going now. Yeah, so make sure that you do a lot of research on. Make sure you don't get into Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Ethereum, or whatever that thing is, and Shiba.
Leah's all over this. She had a question though. She said, "Dabbled in what?" First, I heard of it.
Oh yeah, you want to get yourself into it's called
XRP,
and XLM, and
yeah.
do your research. There's a Charlie Word and there's a Asian lady on there. They tell you how to get on it. I got myself on it, and it does really well. I only bought. I wouldn't go out and buy maybe $200-300. I just try it out for $50, and then go from there, because out of the XRP, I bought it at a low price of, I think, 0.1 cents.
Yeah, but do you research the company and the stockholder and who the main director or CEO is and all that?
I just go on to the,
because if they're putting big money in it, right? Like, you can check their financial statements and see how much volume is being traded. Because if it's a high volume of traded, like 1 million shares being traded a day, it's a very good chance that you want to get in there.
my phone in there? I show him. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm supposed to share that with Ken. She's like, Ken is sneaky.
So what I usually do is I go on to, I found this guy's Charlie Word on Rumble, and they said told me how to set up an account for this one here, and I have it here.
She does not know any of this. $50. That's what she said.
It's called the Lobster. I got it in a Lobster account. That's what you want to get onto.
Yeah.
So that's the Lobster account. Can you see it? So I go on here, and it tells me that I got how much XLM I have here. I got like
because it's
$355. I only spent $50, so it's gone up there. Mm-hmm. And then I got my XRP here. Mm-hmm. I got like 9 point something.
Yep.
I got lots of XRP. I only spent $50, and it's gone up to $600.
There's another one, because I was in on Symbiot.
Yeah.
So Symbiot's a AI engine software developer and hardware developer, and so bought it when it was cheap, and she's gone up like crazy. I should have bought more. I would have had but that's stock market. And then there's another one I was looking at, DEFN, because they're building up a lot of mines in BC now.
Yep.
And so if you're, looking to get in on some ground floor DEFN.
Well, that's called Lobster Wallet. You got to create your own Lobster Wallet and do your research on which one you want to get it, right?
This new stuff, there's a digital sales tax coming as well in Canada, right? So any of the stuff that you're doing on that for crypto, they're looking to then tax the ever-loving crap out of that as well.
Yeah, so then I got...
So you got to be careful.
I got $50, and it's called Solar as well. XLM and XRP, that's all I get.
Yeah.
Then I got one when I had my computer at home. I had to build my computer up to $5,000, and then and I do some mining with it. Then I got some Exodus after I probably got some on there, and there's another one that I have.
Me down.
Okay. And that's it for now. But yeah, those are the things you got to watch out, because you don't get yourself into crypto, Bitcoin, and all this other stuff. It's all going to crash, right?
Yeah.
So everything's crumbling right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, 209 countries are on.
Where there is what's the word? Destruction. There is opportunity, I guess, right?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I mean, you have to rebuild, kind of thing, and there is going to be systems that will take over for profit margin. Hold on, we're gonna go live here in a second. No idea what I'm gonna say. We'll just let it play. How about that? Because I don't know what I'm gonna say.
So right now, Haiti is having a great big. The government's got taken out.
Yeah,
and
man.
The gangs are all over it, and so
Yeah, like we're talking gangs running around eating people too.
the rumor mill is that Trudeau is supposed to leave and
Go to Haiti.
and govern another country. And I think it might be Haiti.
Of course he will.
His hometown,
Right?
That's why he's building houses there.
Okay, I'm looking this up right now. Go building.
He sent like $44 million to Haiti for what do you call it, sustainable living and all that stuff. But eventually, he's just using that to build his own mansion.
Oh, okay.
Hidden agendas.
Oh, can't find the page. Nah,
Yeah. So
it's because it says headline: Trudeau speaks with Haiti's outgoing prime minister about crisis. That guy's not even there, by the way. The prime minister,
Yeah.
he left Haiti a long time ago
yeah,
because
for
they're
sure, yeah.
they're gunning for him. Right? Like, I mean, he's out of there.
yeah.
But of course, the link won't work. So let's see what else we have. Canadian firm bids to build homes in Haiti.
Yeah.
Look at you go. This is National Post.
144 million or something like that.
Yeah,
But
I'll just
anyways,
scan.
Anything to do with sending our
This was
funds
back
out-
in 2010.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't want this. But go ahead, keep going.
But yeah, but anyways, he's still doing that, and what it is just funneling out money, our taxes money, and living us like home, all the people in the streets and all that stuff, and they've got the veterans and all these people that are living on. Today, I just found out in Nova Scotia, Labrador, it's a military base back there, and a lot of them are living on food bank help, and there's like 400 families out in that one town, and like 50 of them are military families going to the food banks and getting foods. You know, he doesn't even look after his own people that are to protect them, right?
Like, seriously.
He's sending out like $60 billion to a country that we have nothing to do
It
with.
disgusts
Right?
me because these people went and fought for their country, and then the country treats them like that. Like, I just, whoo.
And then
Disgusts me.
then Freeland herself there, she's a really person that's taking 3 hats. She's got two hats in the government, and then she works for
I
WEF.
think she's
She
Trudeau's-
works for WEF.
Yeah, I
And
think
then-
she's
and-
his handler.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think
yeah.
like that's
The witch,
Trudeau's
yeah,
puppet master,
yeah.
right? Because when you watch them and their speeches or whatever, and Trudeau's having his speech, she's like literally mouthing the words right behind him the whole time, like waiting. Because if he
and
stumbles,
she moves like this.
yeah. Well, she probably has a habit
She's
that
got
we
I
might.
think she's got a tick, I think, right?
Yeah,
Because
right.
sometimes you see her,
She's got a-
like this.
I think she's
and
got
she
a
has that
habit.
funny
Yeah,
nose that to go, you can see
it's
it.
right. Yeah,
Like she's like something smells here, right?
right.
You know how when you smell
I don't like
something,
cocaine. I just like the smell of it. Yeah.
But anyways, but yeah, but the thing they should go back to the country of like United States. You have to be born in Canada. You can't be from another country running the country. And a lot of the leaders the last 20, 30 years, maybe even longer than that.
Yeah.
They've been implemented. Like I said, I had seen a guy on TikTok today. He's mentioned about Ukraine. The reason why a lot of people moved from Ukraine back in the 50s is because Russia was doing prosecution against the Ukraine people
look
that
this up, too.
were helping Hitler in the war.
Oh.
So
wouldn't that
this-
be Nazi sympathizers?
Yeah.
Then?
So what happens? They dispersed to Canada and all these other countries like Venezuela, where they say Hitler probably went down there too. So they're on the run, hidden away. That's the reason why they started coming this way, is because they're running away from the prosecution of Russia going after the ones that are helping Hitler during the war.
Interesting.
And not that many people are not speaking out about it,
Yeah.
but that's another reason why, right? And a lot of people, like what's happening in Ukraine again, they're the same thing that's happening.
Yes, nothing new under the sun is the term from
Candle.
Ecclesiastes. You betcha. Just running off our conversation we were having behind the scenes there. That was Cumbersome by Seven Mary 3 before that. And Blues Traveler, the one before that. Up next, kind of fitting about what we were talking about. This is Banditos and the Refreshment.
Yeah, so like this guy on TikTok, there's a young kid there, and he did some research on that there, and he's telling me that's how we started getting a lot of the immigrants from that area is because everyone's running away from Russia, going after the prosecution of helping Hitler through the war and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's happening again, right? They're bringing in more foreigners from that area.
And they started it with Operation Paperclip back before the war even ended, and they brought all the Nazi scientists to America. And then they were working on this thing called the Bell thing, and it was a UFO in the shape of a bell, UFO. And then all of a sudden, Roswell, Mexico happens, right? Oh boy, we've got UFOs in our top secret area base where all the Nazi scientists went. Oh my goodness, so it's for real aliens, right? Like, come on, people.
And speaking of the bells too, back I remember when I used to go to church. You could hear the people ringing the bell when someone dies and that there, right?
Yeah.
And in the last...
They got rid of all the bells.
All the bells, because the bells are good frequencies, right?
A healing frequency.
It's a healing frequency that you have, right? There used to be a lot of
this
them.
This was like early 1900s.
Now you don't see them in churches anymore, right?
And in fact, I know of one. I always drive by it when I was trucking Spence's Bridge. I think the bell is still there. An old... Probably.
Don't tell that on the government.
Oh, no, yes.
You didn't hear that.
Go get the bell, yeah.
There's another bell out there.
Right? Because there was some guy seen online buying up all the bells, too. And then even when you can get them with bowls, too. Like the bowls have those resonating, and you can get those, because when you just ding, and then it goes.
Those are expensive.
Yeah, because they're purposely made out of a certain material. I can't remember if it's quartz, but I think it would have to be.
Yeah, quartz.
And then the way it's formed and shaped and everything is just, of course it's expensive.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so do some research, do more things into it. Like, I'm giving you some little stuff to snack at.
The sun thing.
Home. Tell them what you look like when you're like
Man, it makes my eyes water like so bad, so...
That's because you're resistance, right?
Yeah.
You're resistant.
Is it a mind thing?
Right?
I think it's a mind thing.
Yeah, because everyone's taught, don't look at the sun, right? Don't look at the sun.
Yeah.
I just go up to it and look at it. It's like normal now. It's like I could. It's.
You said you're up
easier.
to like 2 minutes.
No, 10 minutes.
Well, maybe we should look up
this morning
and see what the
Google has to say.
machine says about that.
Don't look into the sun.
Right.
But it's good for you. I started off in about maybe 10 seconds when I first started.
Sun gazing is the unsafe practice of looking directly at the sun.
Yeah.
Like, let's see what old Wikipedia has to say.
I have DuckDuckGo here. And,
do that one too, because that's usually what I'll do is I'll go to Yandex or DuckDuckGo afterwards.
Yeah.
So what does it say? It is sometimes done as a part of a spiritual or religious practice, most often near dawn or dusk. Why would we do it near dawn or dusk? The sun's more powerful?
It's
less powerful.
Less powerful, right? I do it in the morning
because it's further away.
And at noon, and I do it too. I don't care what they say. Don't do it in the evening. I do it high noon too, but I don't do it as long as I should.
Okay.
I do, right?
Well, and you were saying you can then see like people's better auras and stuff. Like their light radiates better. I don't know what solar retinotherapy is, or retinopathy.
Okay, say what are the benefits? Sun gazing is the practice of looking directly into the sun and theoretically support one's health. Those who partake say solar power helps them find greater inner strength. But people, what you may read about the pros of the sun gazing, pros are many dangers as you get eye health, including increasing your risk of cancer, blah, blah, blah. And sun gazing is safe. Doctors warn that directly into the sun any time of the day, vision at risk.
Yeah,
so that's the thing. So this guy here, I'll go. It's called Gene Decode.
Hold on.
Org.
Yeah, I've been waiting to play this one on the radio for a while. I never hear it on the radio. It's an old Matt Good song. Was trying to do like a bluesy type grungy feel with the radio. What do you got there? Go. Yeah. I was just going to play this. My Out of Style is coming back. I think it's funny because this is so out of style what we're talking about here, right? So here you go, coming at you with Bobby V.
Can you see this? I want to see how much if I'm showing it.
Yeah, we're online. So here, I'll go to
show me
USB.
So anyways, this is called Gene Decode. Gene Decode. This is a site you want to go to. and he'll give you information about the tunnels, underground tunnels, and sun gazing. He does a lot of sun gazing. He does it before. He said he was in the military, Navy for 20, 30
Your
years.
wife is awesome.
And he found out his eyes were worse. So then he started looking into sun gazing. A lot of people said sun gazing is good, and he said he's got way better vision than he did when he even before he was born,
right,
during his growing up as a teenager, right?
Well, and they have a fair bit of references here by. I mean,
Gene Decode, genedecode.org. Check him out. I pay about $77 a year, and he's got some stuff in there if you want to look through some of his files. He's got tons of files to look at, from tunnels to spacecrafts to other planets that he's gone to, and there's calls about inner Earth, a land beyond South Pole as well. There's more land beyond. That's the reason why you can't go to North Pole, South Pole, and North Pole as well.
Yep.
Is because
they actually have boats that will stop you. So when
Yeah.
you get anywhere near, and every country, this is why every country signed a treaty on the Antarctic Treaty, so that they would govern that nobody could own Antarctica land.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
really, what they're doing is patrolling Antarctica, right? To make sure, like you said, no one figures it out.
You know where Black Rock got their name from? Black Rock.
No. Is this?
There's a rock in the North Pole, or even the South Pole. I think I'm not too sure. But anyways,
Is it a pyramid?
it's the highest point on this continent that we're on. There's a bigger continent, and that's we're on, and that's where Black Rock came from. There, it's
Really?
called where the inner Earth is. You could go around to. That's the reason why people can't go. That's where Black Rock got their name from, because it's a big
Monument.
rock. It's a big monument rock. It's huge. They have some pictures of it, and that you could go to Google it. Some of it.
We're
Right?
Googling it right now.
But anyways,
That's Wikipedia.
you think Mount Everest is that big? No, this one here is probably it's a dwarf compared to Mount Everest and all those other peaks, right?
Yeah, I might have to check it out on the non-filtered websites.
Yeah, and he even has things coming out. If you sign up for $77 a year, which works out to like so much cents a day,
Yeah.
to see it, and he's got a lot of interest in guests on his shows, and they talk about what's on. Like right now, it says if you want to learn anything about the tunnels and all that stuff that's happening, we got like tons and tunnels in this world that people don't know of. Like for instance,
They've reached from continent to continent, for crying out loud.
yeah, and continent to continent, and even down in inner Earth, they call it inner Earth. It's they have
Buddhist monks call it Agartha.
they have a
Egyptians called it something. Every ancient culture has a name for it.
levitation. They have levitation train that goes Mach 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
It goes from L.A. to New York in 40 minutes, not 4 or 5, 6 hours. And now they're building another vehicle that go Mach 44. And China's making it right now. Don't get me wrong about all these. What you see in, like, say, China, Xi Jinping, North Korea, all the elites around the world, they're being taken down. They're all masked or doubles or cloned,
100%.
and they're working for the good guys. And don't worry about the scare event. We think there's going to be a nuclear war. There's not going to be a nuclear war. Just to let you guys know, all the nuclear warheads have been taken down. I think it was like maybe before Donald Trump got in there, Space Force took them all down.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear something they're just trying to scare everyone and all that stuff. Right now they have all the elites down there.
They cover that in a movie too, where the aliens come and
Where right now the elites are trying to hide in the tunnels. They got bunkers like
just like the Bible says, they will go and hide in the mountains.
and hide in the mountains.
And
yeah.
they will pray for the mountains to kill them because they know who's coming for them.
Yeah. But
And
they don't.
won't, and the mountains won't fall on them and kill them because they're praying for them.
Yeah. Right now, they if you go on town on Gene Decode, they have a show that tells you some of these truckers coming out of these mountains in Cheyenne Mountain and all that stuff, and they say Walmart. Their highways underground all over the world are better highways above ground.
Yeah.
They think that we're second class. They're first class down below there.
They do,
Seriously,
don't they? I know they
yeah.
do. Yeah.
Because I don't want to go back up there.
Nobody
It's
even
like-
knows what's going on down there. That's why, right?
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
even know there's
So these truckers, they
free electricity. Like, man.
So there's a highway going this way. Got 2 lanes going this way, 2 lanes coming this way out of the tunnels there, and they have to have a pass. They got to have a trace to who they are, and they have guards and the dogs there.
Yeah.
And then they check them out, and this thing opens up for them, and they go in, and then they travel down the road there, and the roads are like glass. Like,
well, and you know what? There ain't no deer popping out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, it'd be nice, like, once they get rid of all these people, don't blow up the tunnels. Maybe we could use those tunnels too. All that stuff. Just to take a tour. It'd be a good tour thing to make revenue from, right?
Yeah.
Help pay for some of the.
100%, man. Well, that's what I'm saying. With every opportunity there is, or with every problem, there's an opportunity for a solution. Is what I mean. Yeah, because if you just look at it the right way, you'll find a way around it. Because, like you were saying with the nuke thing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah.
What do we do against that, right?
Yeah.
Like you just said, maybe there's a miracle that's yet to happen, and
The thing is that there's like billions of us. There's only 1% of them, right?
yeah, like let's get with it. Like totally. What
Yeah.
are these guys gonna? You ever seen that meme where there's all these people and they're bent down and they got a board over top and then they got all the people sitting up playing the board game.
Yeah.
All we have to do is stand up and it's
Yeah.
over.
Yep.
But no, everybody's just plugged in and they're like,
Plugged in their phones. Another reason why they're trying to get rid of TikTok
talk.
is because people are getting the truth out, right?
Yes,
it's a
I
truth.
heard that.
It's a true
Absolutely.
platform. Is because
And,
of that, right?
Something weird too. I think Trump is buying TikTok.
Yeah.
His lawyer, I forget his name, recently because he slandered TikTok, and then everything went down, like the market for it, and now he's buying it. So I mean, like his lawyer is. It's not Trump, but I mean it's Trump's lawyer, right? So who do you think's really buying it, right? But
So I've been posting a lot of my stuff on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then the people I follow on TikTok too that are speaking the truth and that I'm a truther guy, right? Star Truth.
yeah,
083116964. Anyways, I usually post some of the stuff that is as true what's going on in there, and then when I try to post it and send it to Facebook, it won't let me do that no more. So what now I have to do is copy it, and then when I copy it, I go to my Facebook, then I post it in there. Before I used to do it right from there. So I got myself a way
they're trying
around
to
it.
Stop it, man.
Yeah.
They're trying to stop it. Every highway. He's going into the sun. He's out here. He's taking off.
Is he taking off?
No, I don't know. He just went outside.
But yeah, so
Helicopter.
So now I trying to figure, okay, before I was posting my thing, this morning I was posting a lot, just going, like when I go into TikTok here, I'll show you. When I go on there, I usually just go to here. All of a sudden, say I want to post this guy, I go here, I hit this, and I go there. Now it's doing that.
I know.
It's
You literally called him.
It's messing with me, right? But today I had to. Before I had to. I'll show you what I had to do. Before I had to do this. I had to go here and I had to hit this button right here to copy it. Right? So I copied it. Then I had to go back over to Facebook. I had to go into here. And then I had to paste it that way. I couldn't paste some of the people like the truckers this morning. The truckers I had to do it this way. Now you go 2 things. Now I showed you.
Yeah.
Prove me I was.
Yeah, I know. It's done it to me too.
So yeah.
Because I get it on a roll, like I'll start sharing things, and then next thing you know, I get a good one, and after I've watched it, I get that problem. It's like, well, I'm trying to, and it won't even let me get to where to copy it, and then it'll just blank and disappear, and everything gets wiped out, and I'm like, I gotta go through all that again to find the one I was just watching.
Exactly. You guys do a podcast of and like one guy here, he comes on at 10 o'clock at night. He's a counter truther, right? He's
Yeah.
Said if we're the only planet out of trillions of galaxies. Hey,
Every highway.
want to look busy?
Yeah, Jose. Yeah.
Jose,
Yeah.
Mexico, he's shy. He's looking for a wife. He wants to have kids. He wants to make some mamacitos, little papoose. Little
What do we call those?
Papoose.
Is that what they're? Papoose?
He lives in Barriere, BC.
I feel like I know the word,
So
too.
anyone out there, he's looking to find a
We'll call them little
mamacita.
Doritos.
Yeah, little burritos. I'm thinking of heading him up to Hazelton there on the reserve out there, and they'll take him in for a couple of weeks of the year and
Yeah.
come back with a little burrito.
With a happy bundle of burrito.
Yeah, so that's it. That's all I have to
La
say today.
Nina, his daughter.
Whose?
Like, so, in Espanol.
Oh, yeah.
I was just trying to remember.
La
Okay,
Nina?
I gotta, like, catch up with all the songs I've been playing.
Okay, I better let you go. I am off. Nice talking to you guys. Cheers.
Okay, I got a few to catch up on there. That was Gordon Lightfoot with Carefree Highway going out to the truckers. Yeah. And before that was Cracker with Low. And I already queued up the last one. Before that was Matt Good. And my Out of Style is coming back, baby. Right? So
I'm going to let Jose in here.
we're going to let Jose jump on for a bit. See. But we can get into some of those stories I was going to tell you about. This is Luke.ca. Wonderful story there. He is, sorry, I was just trying to read, non-speaking autistic. And he had a challenge because his face had apraxia. And so that makes it even more incredibly hard to learn speaking like we do. So they use this thing called the letterboard. And it helps with communication. It's just a fantastic story. And then when you get to the website, there is a blog, and actually there is a CFJC one. They got to talk to him and everything. So, you know, there's lots of other articles and everything. So you guys should check it out. Nice, heartwarming story. This is Luke. They do have other information, so check it out. See what it's all about. I'll give you some more about Luke as we go. And there's something else. Oh, yeah, Bill C-63. Is known as the Online Harms Act, and you should check it out, see what it entails, because it's got quite a bit of information. One thing, you know, everybody will like is the this is part 4, 45, an act respecting the mandatory reporting of internet child pornography by persons who provide an internet service. So let's go there. And what does that say? The definition is replaced by the following. Internet service concludes a service providing yes, blah, blah, blah. We get it. And then, yeah, so this language, I mean, you've got to speak another language to read this, but I'll take a minute, digest this, and come back to you. And next up on the Bobby V show is She Talks to Angels by the Black Crowes. Yeah, because this is crazy. Like trying to read this stuff. So there's this new bill coming out. It's known as Bill C-63. Its first reading has happened that day. And what that means is there's a couple readings and then it goes to votes. We have a chance to kibosh it right now because it's not a law, but they're going to make this law if we don't say anything, right? And then so there's a lot of good things that are in it at first, but you know, when I go to this one that talks about mandatory reporting of internet child pornography, so then we go all the way down here. It has to define the internet service first. I mean, that's what A, B, and C here is anybody who provides internet. So this, what I'm reading here means that anybody who makes it available to use child pornography on their internet service provider is then in error of this law. And then so you'd have to go to 46 sections 3 and 4, which are right here. And then you've got to read the language. And this is what I mean. So we can have, this is what I call bad English. because because I have to literally relearn the language to figure it out because they use different words in different contexts, and then you need to know what that word is. So literally in the beginning of this table of contents is summary and table of permissions, which show all the different words that, so when you're reading this word means this. So they change what the word means in the document. And it's like, okay, then you have to go back into the document and read it and find out what that damn word is supposed to mean, because they'll interchangeably switch it out in whatever form they want. Because I've been reading a lot of documentation, and then that leaves it open to the person reading the thing, whereas the law should be black and white. It shouldn't be so confusing, but that's what we get here in the Twilight Zone. So anyways, if a person who provides an internet service to the public has reasonable grounds to believe that their internet service is being or has been used to commit child pornography offense, that person must notify the law enforcement body. Okay. Wow. You think that's going to happen? No, it isn't even happening now. I mean, Facebook does it, for crying out loud, in Canada. They have sites where you can go to and you can see questionable pictures of young children in questionable positions, and it's just ridiculous. So Facebook should be shut down then under this section 48.7.011. So then it goes into preservation of the data. So anybody who makes a notification under section 3 must preserve all computer data. Okay, that's good. Destruction of preserved data. Yeah, that's standard. This act is amended by adding the following after section 9. Good Lord, is that confusing? So clarification. This act is not to be construed as a limiting in any way obligation under the Privacy Act. So limiting what? Oh, as limiting in any way any obligation. So now you need to know the Privacy Act. Amazing. It is amazing. I need to know 6 different acts to read this thing. So anyways, I haven't heard one thing in this whole thing that, yeah, okay, maybe I did. Mandatory reporting. Yeah, okay, I did. 49, paragraph 12 of the act is replaced by the following. So where's 12? It was here? What was 12 before? I feel like they should have that in there so I know what they were trying to sneak in before. Amended by the following paragraph, blah, blah, blah. Lots of blah, blah, blah. So it requires law enforcement then to submit to the Minister of Justice and the Minister of Public Safety and Emergency Preparedness an annual report in relation to the information. Wouldn't you think if there was somebody doing that you would want to shut that down immediately? You would not want to wait for the annual report to report that to the governing bodies? Just saying. That's section 3 or 47.3 D1. God. Am I out of 45 yet or what? Yeah, so we read that section. So all that does is you have to report it. Mandatory reporting. Gotcha. Doesn't talk about what happens if you don't. So you want to go look for what happens when you don't? Where do we find that? Oh, right. Music. Talking to Angels yet? Should be. Can you? I think so. This one's for Kelly. The sun is shining. Yeah, Irie Man. The Bob Marley and the Wailers on 93.1 CHLW.
The Bear. Reggae. Reggae music. Huh?
Oh. Okay, so let's check out the criminal code. Amendments to acts. See, now I need to know the whole criminal code here. So we're up to 3 different codes. Youth Criminal Justice Act, another one. Correctionals and Conditional Release Act, another one. Good Lord, people.
What is the page? Code?
This is insane. Well, okay, I mean, I'd have to know these other codes that I'm telling you about. The ones, so each section has its own section, but when you're in that section, it's referring to you to another act. So you have to have a whole library ahead of you to be able to. Let's check Facebook for a minute. Yes. Oh. Es verdad. Es verdad? That means for that?
Yeah, read the comment.
No se escucha la música. She can't hear the music.
Yeah, no se escucha la música. I can't hear the music because
we're yipping and yapping.
Yeah, because I'm trying to record this hour from 2 to 3 p.m. With a little bit of music.
Yes.
And most of the time
more talking,
yeah.
Well, that's kind of what the online thing is for, the Facebook online. I mean, if you want to just listen to the music, then you would go to the bear931.com and just listen to that, right? But if you want to listen to us yammer on here, that's kind of what the Facebook and YouTube show is going to be about, is that we're trying to do two things in one, right? So
yes,
that's why if you're on Facebook, you're not going to be getting getting any tunes, which is better. Because, I mean, you know, I'm going to play different tunes, but you hear the same tunes all the time. Like, I don't know, for you when you're down there in the radio land in Mexico, is it like the popular ones always play over and over again kind of thing on the radio? Yeah.
Yes.
And that's why I like to, because actually, yeah, because I haven't duplicated one song since we've been, since I've started back in January, so I'm only on 3 days, but hey, whatever. I'm really liking this Luke guy's story the more I read about it. Young lad who overcame his speech impediments. That's got to be hard. Like, if I didn't have my eyes or my hearing or, you know, my ability to talk, I'd feel life would be pretty unbearable, I would imagine. But that's only because you have it, right? If you had it and then lose it, and then I guess if you never had it, it's different.
Ok, gente, para los que hablan español, son las 3:02 de la tarde. Entonces, vamos a, después de que termine la música, vamos a los comerciales. Y de ahí volvemos.
Is that for
en
my
unos
Fanny?
5 minutos más o menos.
Fanny Lou Who? Like Cindy Lou Who. Is that who you're talking to?
Fanny Lou, sí.
Yeah. See.
This is one of my friends in Mexico.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Who's that?
Huh?
Who is that? Like, what's his name? Eloy?
Eloy.
Sweet. He
Eloy.
looks like a guy you wouldn't want to mess with.
Yeah. But this is fake. He's not a soldier.
Yeah. Well, and I always take my hats off to any military person. I mean, those guys are doing fantastic work. Absolutely love it. Okay, how much time we got left in the song? It's going to ads time. Wah, wah, wah. Hey!
The boss.
You asked for the code. It's too late now or what?
It is too late. Yeah.
Ya vino el boss.
Get the code for you.
Copy.
Copiado. See, this is the lemon tree or lime tree for you.
Hold on. It's right on the trees. You can just grab them whenever. Year round. Year round.
And it's free.
Yeah!
Okay, every break we gotta go an hour and you gotta look in the sun for 1 second.
What? You're trying to burn my retina out, bro.
And can you stop the screen recording? Use
really?
the screen recording from OBS.
Yes, I can.
Not the Facebook. Yeah, that one.